Eric Muathe with another Ultimate Muathe Breakout video. In most of my videos, in fact in all of my videos, I usually have the US market as an example. In today's video, I'm going to change things around just to show you that the principles that we use for the Ultimate Muathe Breakout, especially the fact that the RSI has to be moving to a 3-year high if you're going to net a good winner, is actually true. And as I always say, it is applicable in any market around the world. So today what we're going to do, we're going to be taking a look at some ideas from the Indian market, and we are looking at examples that worked very well. The idea here is that not all examples are going to work, so just understand that these are examples. And the exercise here is just to show you that for a stock to move higher and to really accelerate, it needs to break out to 3-year highs on the RSI. And also you need to see a movement. If you're going to get a very strong thrust, you need to see a movement of the stock above 69.10 on the monthly RSI. So remember, all of these are going to be monthly charts because we are looking for 3-year breakout on the monthly RSI. So let's take a look at the first stock here. It is ABAN right there. ABAN, and what we're looking at here is take a look at what happened when the stock jumped to 3-year highs on the RSI, which is here. Also happened to be price breakout, so we can say the stock broke out at a price of about 450 here, and would eventually go to see the 800s in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. So almost a doubling in price, or close to about a 80% gain in price in about 7 months, just because the RSI broke out to 3-year highs there. And we also see that we had another strong thrust in the stock as it moved above 69.10 on the monthly RSI, which is this huge gain for 1 month gain as the stock moved to and above 69.10. So let's take a look at another example here on a monthly chart. So the other stock we are looking at here in this example is, that's the name of the stock right there. And so let's go to the chart. What I want to show you here is what happens when you see the RSI move above 69.10, and especially if it stays above 69.10. This is good for this period here where the stock moved from a price of 150 all the way to current price levels, and it's gone as high as 840, somewhere in that range. So just because the RSI stayed above 69.10 is the reason why you see that the stock has held and has been moving higher over time, because the RSI has held above 69.10, and that is why you need to look for stocks that show that kind of strength. Another example, and you can see this time we are taking a look at that's the name of the stock there, and remember these are monthly charts. So let's take a look at where the stock broke out to 3-year highs on the RSI, which is here, which is this entry point here, and that's a price entry under 200, between 150 and 200. There was also another breakout here in the RSI, and that also corresponds to this breakout here, and also entry price here on a breakout action on the stock. So that was another entry point at about 250, 260, and since then the stock has run up as high as 570, 580 in about 3 months ever since the breakout at 250. So those are huge moves, and again, it all begins with this RSI moving to 3-year highs here, and another move to 3-year highs here, and you get an absolute thrust and a momentum move in the stock when it moves above 69.10. So all the principles that we look for are again being shown here, and they are very successful in predicting where the stock would have gone. Now at the very tail end of the video, I'm going to caution you in taking this without some type of understanding of market direction. So all these stocks are doing well on this example, but I'll tell you at the very tail end with the last chart why this is the case. So it's important to stick around until the end of the video. It's something important that I need to explain. Again, we see another stock here, and that's the name of the stock there. We see a breakout to 3-year RSI highs here about March of 2014, which also corresponds with this price breakout here. So the entry price is somewhere here at about 162, 163. Since then, in a couple of months, we see the stock taking off and has gone as high as $280 or 80 rupees. Also, we see a thrust here breaking out above 69.10, which also corresponds with this huge spike. So if you want to be in a stock before the huge spike, you have to make sure that it's breaking out to 3-year highs, and also it has a chance to move above 69.10 while you already own the stock, so you can get this huge thrust as the stock becomes very strong in moving above that 69.10 area. Let's take a look at another example. Again, all these are Indian stocks, and we are looking at monthly charts here. So if you take a look at this here, there was a breakout on the RSI to 3-year highs there. Also happened to be a move above 69.10. So we are talking about this period here. Price range of about 160 again. Entry price on this one after 1 month of rest would be a breakout here. Nice entry price. So we're talking entry at about 170 with that breakout. You can see the RSI has generally, especially in this time period here, been above 69.10 on the monthly RSI, which is good enough to move the stock from 170 all the way to the highs here of 290. So huge gain in a couple of months just because the RSI is meeting our minimum requirements. Let's take a look at another example. And we see now here the name of the stock. That's the stock right there. And so we are looking at the period here when the stock had a nice move, and because this is an IPO, not enough data, but if we extend that, we can see that we can reason here that the RSI moved above 69.10 somewhere around here, which correspond with that breakout there, which would be at a price of about 518, or we can just say for sure above 69.10 somewhere here, which corresponds with this fast entry above 69.10 on the monthly. All in all, the stock eventually would move from 500, 600 all the way to 2,200 because the RSI has remained above 69.10. So if you're a momentum trader and you want to own the best stocks at the best time, you really have to insist that the RSI is moving above 69.10 as a requirement. Let's take a look at another one here, and we're looking at ticker symbol UPL. So let's take a look at the entry prices here on the RSI. RSI moving to 3-year highs there. So that's an entry level there. RSI breaking out here, which is this price breakout. There was another breakout. Subsequently, another short-term entry price here, because you can see another move to 3-year highs there. So there was one here, another one here. There's also a move above 69.10 in right here, move above 69.10, which is this price level of 170. There's also another breakout to 3-year highs here when the stock is above 69.10, which corresponds with this price breakout somewhere here at 200. You can see, so we have multiple entry levels here as the stock is moving to 3-year highs, and another one here. So from the first breakout here, price of 150, the stock would go on to trade as high as 350. Why? Because it's meeting our minimum requirements. Price breaking out, RSI breaking out to 3-year highs, move above 69.10 in each instant, also propelled the stock higher. Let's take a look at another one. And we are looking at TTL monthly. Let's take a look at the breakout on the RSI to 3-year highs. Bang! So here was an entry. Also happened to be a price breakout there based on a prior monthly closing high. So that was a breakout there, price of about $25. Eventually stock goes to the lower 40s in a couple of months, in about 3 months. And also we see a move above 69.10, which also corresponds with this acceleration in price. So if you want to own a stock before it accelerates, be in the stock before it jumps above 69.10. Let's take a look at this one. Now what's interesting is this stock also trades in the US, and we perfectly timed this entry in the US because the stock in the US was also breaking out to 3-year highs, just like it was doing in India. So we perfectly timed this one. But if you take a look at the Indian version of the stock, is breakout here to 3-year highs on the RSI took place here. And this is also this entry price here, this breakout level here, price of about 210, 205. The stock goes on in 3 months to trade as high as 320. That's a huge move. It is also since been trading above 69.10. So the stock should continue moving higher if the RSI continues staying above 69.10. Let's take a look at another one. And we're taking a look at NBCC. So NBCC here. So that's the stock right there. You can see an obvious breakout to 3-year highs on the monthly RSI there, which is this entry level here. Happens to be also a breakout on the price, so there's an entry somewhere here, or even this month. That breakout level is about 160. Stock goes on to trade as high as 400 in 1, 2, 3, 4 months. That's a huge move. And don't forget, the thrust in the price came when the RSI moved above 69.10. Let's take a look at another one, EMCO. And in this example, again, the same type situation. So we know that the ultimate Muathe breakout, which can be seen on my videos on YouTube, ultimate Muathe breakout is being met here. One of the requirements is that the RSI moved to 3-year highs. And you can see a breakout here, which corresponds to this entry price here of about $24.50. Stock goes on to trade as high as $54 in 1, 2, 3 months. Also, move above 69.10, added some more fuel to the fire, and hence this strong move over the last couple of months. Take a look at another one here. And what we see, B, and this time we are looking at BEML. I don't know what these companies do. I'm just looking at them from a technical standpoint. There was a move to 3-year highs in the RSI. There was a price breakout here. Price under about 240. That was a breakout right there. Everything is looking good. Stock would go on from trading this level here, somewhere here, 240, 250, would go on to touch as high as 870 in about 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Why? Because it met our minimum requirements, and we also saw another thrust in price as the stock moved above 69.10, which happens to be this time period here. So the one thing I was going to say that you have to really be careful here in understanding how markets move is because if you take a look at the Indian market, take a look at the Nifty itself, the reason why the stocks in these samples of great moving stocks, the reason why the stocks are doing well is because the Indian market also moved to 3-year highs. Because the market was doing well, the stocks within the market also did well. So if the market is going down, it is going to be almost impossible for the stocks to do well. What I'm saying is you need the market to be bullish for the stocks to be taking off. You can't be buying stocks aggressively when markets are going down. So the momentum was to the upside. You can see a move above 69.10 recently. Also, you can see a breakout here in the Indian market as seen from the Nifty index here. So breakout here at about 662 or 6300 here, somewhere in that time frame. The index has had a nice run of the last couple of months. So while the index is moving higher, RSI above 69.10, RSI continues holding above 69.10. That is why the individual stocks are moving. 75% of a stock's movement is based on market direction. So remember, you need a bullish market if stocks are gonna do well. If stocks are going down, it's because the general market is also weak. And you can actually flip the script and find stocks that are moving to 3-year lows on the monthly RSI if you want to go short. So remember, stocks do well when a market is also breaking out, when a market is also meeting the minimum requirements for the ultimate Muathe breakout. I hope this video has further convinced you that the ultimate Muathe breakout is applicable in any market around the world and for any trading instrument. Eric Muathe, good luck, peace, and blessing. Mwah.